How's everyone doing today? We're going to get going here shortly. I'm Jennifer Goodwin from InternetGirlFriday.com, and we are giving you some free training for the 12 days of Christmas. So feel free to pop in, invite your colleagues, your friends, and check out what we're teaching people. We just want to give you guys some simple how-tos on internet marketing, and a lot of you are asking questions about building websites and how to do keyword research and how to get more traffic, how to get more clients. So we're going to be showing you how to do that, and stay tuned. We'll start in a second. Okay, so welcome to Internet Marketing Classes, free. Let's give you a quick tutorial on the page. You might be on a different page, someone might be on our website, others might be on Google Hangouts. This is being broadcast in a few different places, but if you are on the howtogovirtual.com website, go ahead and take a look at the sidebar for upcoming classes, signing up for reminders, checking out our virtual assistant firm that does internet marketing strategy, and we have a built-in team, so if you need help, just let us know and we'll take care of your needs. And right below the window should be a chat box. You should be able to chat with each other or drop off a question, and we'll try to get to some during the question and answer portion of our training, which will be right after I give an introduction on keyword research. So go ahead and get your last minute adjustments made, your speakers, your monitor, your notepads. You can record this if you want, but it's going to be recorded for everybody and played back on YouTube, and we'll send out an email for anyone that missed it. So internet marketing, it's not what it used to be years ago. It's a completely different animal. It's growing. It's getting more complicated. And there's a lot of different facets that you have to keep up with. And any one of the things that we teach and that we do for clients, we always tell people that are looking for jobs. I know a lot of our students and people that signed up looking for work are attending today, and any one portion of this, you can carve out your own niche. You can carve out your own career, job, or service if you want to open your own service business and provide these services to other customers. So even today, just with keyword research, you can become a keyword research expert just for that. There's so many more pieces of the internet marketing formula, but keyword research is one of the most important pieces of internet marketing. And it's basically your market research when it comes to the internet. What people type into their search bar through their browsers is what's going to take them to your website. So when people type in keywords in the search bar, you might think you know what they're typing in, but until you do some real keyword research, you're not going to know, and you might be surprised at some of the results you find that open doors to other websites you might want to build, affiliate sites, niche sites. I call them team sites, kind of like NASCAR. You got your main website as your main driver, and then you've got your teammates that help out along the way. So your keyword research is very important. I'm going to show you some examples on screen. I'm going to share my screen with you shortly of what I'm talking about so you can see it firsthand. It's very important to do keyword research at the beginning of your internet marketing process. A lot of customers come to our agency and say, and this happens every day, every day with our consultations and our leads, oh, I just got my website done, I'm ready for internet marketing. And we roll our eyes and shake our heads because we know that 10 times out of 10 times they missed the keyword research, SEO research process. Especially if they're a small business or just starting out. They had an idea and they built a website and they're all excited because it looks great and their web designer might have been fabulous, but they missed the connection between Google and other search engines bringing traffic to your site because of things that you need to do. So what exactly is keyword research? Or how do you do keyword research? There are tools out there. And in the sidebar of the How to Go Virtual page, you'll see some class tools today. And there are tools out there, free tools, some paid tools, that will assist you and help you understand how to find out what people are searching for. One of the most popular ones being the Google Keyword Tool, and the link is to the right under Class Tools in the sidebar. And the Keyword Tool, you will be able to find out what people are actually typing into their browsers, into their search bars, how many people are typing items in, what the related searches are that they're typing in. So I'm going to switch over and show you the keyword research tool, and then we're going to go to a live site and I'm going to show you some common mistakes that people make. Hold on. Okay, now we're at the Google Keywords tool, and I'm going to show you some typical searches and some things that people don't usually think of. And this, again, this is just a free tool. You can just type into Google keyword tool and it'll bring up the link. You never have to remember it or bookmark it or sign up or anything. You can just go to the Google keyword tool anytime you need it. Let's say that you are a bakery and you are doing something new. You're creating blue wedding cakes. Maybe it's Tiffany blue wedding cakes, okay? So you think, and your bakery name is Smith Bakery. So you've got your website built and, you know, in your home page it says, "Welcome to Smith Bakery," and your page titles have Smith Bakery in them. But what people are actually searching for, which you might find out, are blue wedding cakes, Tiffany blue dessert options, you know, things that they might be searching for their parties, for their themes, for their wedding. And a lot of us think, oh, I know exactly what to name my website, my domain name, what to put on my pages. But until you do this research, you're not going to know exactly, and you're not going to hit your target. So let's just type in some keywords here. Blue cakes, blue desserts. Let's just type that in and just see what comes up. I'm going to start out with only showing ideas closely related to my search terms so that we don't get a bunch of unrelated results. But we can also toggle that off later. If we don't get too many results for this, we can turn this back off and search a little bit broader. And I'm going to turn the phrase match type over here to phrase. Again, we can go back and do a broad search, but let's just see what this pulls up. I honestly don't know. OBSPONHE. These are getting harder and harder to see that. Charger. I can't even read that. HAMNYM. There we go. Okay, so it's going to show us right here at the top the two search terms that we put in manually above, and you can put in hundreds if you have a spreadsheet. And then keyword ideas, it's going to show you 100, and you can start seeing, oh, okay, 260 people a month, or 260 searches per month, I should say, are looking for royal blue wedding cakes. Maybe not enough, but maybe I'll do a blog post about royal blue wedding cakes so that I can get some traffic for that keyword. Blue wedding cakes. Okay, there's roughly 3,000 searches per month, so I want to keep that in mind. I'm going to go ahead and check some of these. I'm going to check the ones that I chose. Red, white, and blue desserts. So if Smith Bakery happens to do some 4th of July cupcakes every year, then maybe they want to have a blog post or a page dedicated to holidays and a subpage dedicated to 4th of July. So I'm going to keep that in mind. And you can see some of these other numbers, not very high, so we might want to ignore those, but we'll get into the deeper level of all these numbers later. And I just want to point out, this competition is not your competition. This isn't Smith Bakery's competition on the web as far as the next bakery down the street. This is for paid advertising competition. So you can pretty much ignore that right now till we get into some niche marketing. Okay, so going on down the list, let's see here. We've got blue and brown baby shower cakes. I've never been married, so I don't know what's cool and fun in babies and brides. But let's go down to, let's see, I'm just looking at these numbers on the right. So we see that maybe we're not hitting the target here, but this gives you an understanding that, okay, maybe I should do some pages or content or blog posts or videos on these keywords. I'm going to save these. So you can download them, all search results, 102, or you can just download the ones that you've checked. I've checked 5 of them, so I can download those and they will download in a spreadsheet, and I can put them permanently in my keyword spreadsheet that I store before ever building my website and before ever picking out my domain. I know a lot of you have missed that step, but it's okay. I just want you to understand that your keyword research is going to change the way that you do your internet marketing, because once you have that spreadsheet in hand and you have that big picture, you do everything else from there. You purchase your domain based on that research. You set up your pages based on that research. You actually name your images based on that research. You name your blog posts, your PDF files that you give away on your site, your videos are all named and described with these keywords. And I'll show you that in action when we move off of this. But just to quickly see if there's anything else regarding blue cakes, blue desserts, I'm going to toggle a couple of these broad and exact and close and related searches just to expand it a little bit. So I took off the only show ideas closely related to my search terms, and I'm scrolling down now to see if it's going to show me some more options. And I see blue velvet cake now shows up with 6,600 searches per month. And here's 8,100 for blue cake. Okay, I want to remember that one. If Smith Bakery makes a blue velvet cake, great. They want to keep that keyword. If they don't want to keep it, because you also want to balance your keyword research with relevancy. Google is a pretty smart engine, and it is going to read every single thing on your site, your images, your content, your site setup, your technology, your code, everything. So if you start going into the world of black hat SEO and you think you found a niche keyword that you can build a site around and gain some traffic, if it's not related to your main website, that can come back to bite you in the butt. So stick with what's relevant to your site and to your service and your product, and you'll be good to go. So let's see if there's any more in here we want to look at. Custom cakes, that might be a good one. So you get the idea. Specialty cakes, maybe we can even go back and do some search for Tiffany color cakes or desserts. Okay, so when you have this, you're going to download your keyword ideas, and you're going to save them wherever you save them. You're going to turn that spreadsheet into a wireframe, and we're going to get into that tomorrow in tomorrow's training. And a wireframe is just a spreadsheet of how you're going to build your website. Think of it as like you're building a house. You need a blueprint. You have to do the blueprint first. You have to do the, you have to set up the foundation. You have to map out the walls. You have to do the lighting structure. You have to map that all out on paper or on CAD. So when you build a website, you have to do the same thing, and spreadsheets are pretty helpful for almost everything in business. And at Internet Girl Friday, we build our wireframes in a spreadsheet. And again, I'll go over that tomorrow. I'll show you that in detail. But it combines the keyword research with the page and website development. So we will know on our home page, we're going to name it for custom desserts in Atlanta, Georgia. Let's say Smith Bakery is in Atlanta, Georgia, and custom desserts is what they're going after. So let's say that their homepage is going to have that top keyword. In the spreadsheet, it'll say homepage, what the URL is going to be, .com or .com/ something else, what the page title is going to be behind the scenes for Google to read, what the page description is going to be, what the image is going to be named on that page, what the content's going to be. So you start building out your wireframe for your website before you ever build your website. Again, I know a lot of people say, this sounds like a lot of work and I haven't done it, I just want to get going, but this is going to ensure that your website is performing for you, and that's what it is. It's a tool. It's your online storefront, and it should be working while you sleep, and it should be bringing in leads while you sleep. So it is extremely important to do this research up front. Know your target market, also know your competitors, see what they're doing. If they're ahead of you in the game, they've already figured some things out, they've already made mistakes, and you can learn from that. So your research phase of internet marketing with your keyword research and your competitive analysis, I can't stress it enough. As a matter of fact, we don't even take clients, we don't allow clients to pay us money unless they've either done this with a prior company and done it right, or they're going to go back and do it with us, because we do not want to support a site that does not have 100% optimized SEO, because it's not going to perform for the client and it's going to make my firm look bad. So it is absolutely critical. And again, let me go show you some examples of people that haven't done the research or haven't built the wireframe and done their site right, although their site might be beautiful, or even if their site's old. I'm going to show you some examples, and then I'm going to show you how to actually add this keyword research into your website. I know a lot of you use WordPress, so let's go ahead and go over to an example. Okay, so I'm not sure if Jeff is on the training or not, but I'm just going to pull up the Kitchen and Bath website that he owns. Great company. He's got 3 locations up in the Northeast, and you know, I have a love of everything architectural and kitchen design, considering that's what my degree is in, and that was my first business. So I'm going to use this as an example. And this site is actually going to be new in a few weeks. So this is a good example of you know, this company that wants to improve their SEO and some things that are going to be different when they get their new site going. Just a couple basic, you know, SEO 101. Your logo is something that is usually in the top of your website, whether it be a header image, whether it be your actual logo. There's usually an image at the top of your website, and Google reads that image and it reads that image name. So your logo on your home page, let's go to the home page here, specifically, should be named as your top keyword. Now, what does that mean? If I right-click any image in the internet, and most of you can do this on your own websites, and say open image in new tab, the name of that image is bkblogo.gif. That's not a keyword. That should be whatever their top keyword is going to be. It could be kitchen and bath design.gif, Manhattan kitchen design.gif, Stamford, Connecticut kitchen design.gif, kitchen design, custom remodeling.gif. You're starting to get the point here. Your images must be named with SEO keywords. And I know that's a constant struggle. We're all guilty of putting up a new page and putting up a new picture, and we've got it the right size, but we didn't name it the right way, and we put it up there, and yeah, we'll go back and fix it. Or someone else, your graphic designer or your WordPress programmer, is putting the information up on your site ongoing, and they don't know the SEO formula, so they are naming it 123.jpg.png, and it's a piece that you shouldn't miss. Why? Because when you do searches, or when your potential customers do searches, and let's say we go back to the Smith Bakery example. If Smith Bakery had all kinds of images named with blueweddingcakes.ping, customdesserts.jpg, guess what's going to come up on the home page, the first page of Google, when people search for what they're looking for? Images, as well as websites, as well as Google+, as well as events, as well as YouTube videos. Now we're getting into the Google family, okay? Google dominates search. You still have to serve Bing and Yahoo and other search engines in other ways, and we'll get into that later in the trainings. But Google owns search for the most part, and think of it as the Google family. Google Images is owned by Google, YouTube is owned by Google, Google Plus Events, Google Hangouts, it's all Google, and Google is going to serve up its own products before other people's products. Before it serves up a Facebook URL, it's going to serve up a Google Plus URL. So it's important that everything that touches the web from your side, from the business owner side, is looked at through these keyword glasses. You have to put on your keyword glasses when you make an image, when you make a page name, when you make your content, when you make a blog post, when you make a video. It all has to be done with the keyword in mind. And it can actually get fun because, okay, we've done our top 20 keywords on our website, but we notice that these other 200 keywords we want to rank for, so maybe we'll buy a domain with 10 of those keywords, blue-wedding-cake.com. And maybe the Smith Bakery branches off into what I call those team sites. So it is important that everything you do on the web is looked at after you've done your keyword research. Let's go ahead and go over, or before I finish this, when I put my mouse over the tab, you'll see the title says kitchen and bathroom remodeling, comma, Manhattan, comma, Stamford, comma, Englewood, comma, New York cabinet, period, Broadway kitchen and baths. Now there's a couple things right and a couple things wrong. Kitchen and bath remodeling is an okay keyword. Manhattan, Stamford, Englewood, New York, okay keyword if they're trying to rank for their geolocation. Broadway kitchen and baths at the end, you don't need to include your company name or your website name in your page titles because Google is already connecting you with those. You don't have to duplicate that effort, and that's wasted space for a proper keyword. And actually this one looks a little bit too long. So I'll show you what we mean when we go behind the scenes into a WordPress site and set these up. So this is your page title, and that's important. Think of it like this. You design your website for humans, and you design your website for robots, okay? And the web designer usually will get the human design correct if they're good with user interface and conversion process on your site. But the SEO expert is going to understand the what the robots need. The robots come out and look at your site every few days and digest it and report back to the search engines, and good or bad. So when you're designing for the robots, you've got to understand these steps. Now let me go back to, all right, so this is, we've gone over page title, page description, we'll get into another class, images, and content. You know, Google's reading what is bolded on your site. What is in what's called the H1 tag? Is your keyword in your H1 tag? Your heading. Remodeling services. That sounds like a great keyword without doing any keyword research on this site. From start to finish. Not a keyword. People aren't typing in from start to finish and trying to get to a kitchen site. Okay? So you want to make sure that all this text that the robots are coming out and reading have your keywords in them. You want to try and put one keyword or one key phrase per page. You want to try and have a focus keyword and then some related similar keywords, a couple more in your content. And you want to try to bold them one time, italicize them one time, you know, hyperlink them back to your home page or to another page, an interior page on your site. You want to have them, you know, down in your copyright information. Kitchens and baths right here, kitchens and bath, if that was one of their main keywords, that should be linked back to BroadwayKitchens.com. Now let me show you quickly, because we're going to get into the question and answer session, behind the scenes of a WordPress site and how you put this information in. This is a new green site for organic, holistic, home remedy type information, and it's just being built, so the SEO hasn't been added yet. So for example, let's say that the main keyword for this homepage site is holistic home remedies, okay? And this is WordPress. I'm in a page, and this plugin specifically is called WordPress SEO by Yoast. It's great for beginners because it will train you as you're filling this out, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. Okay, the SEO title, what shows up when you put your mouse over the tab and what Google also sees. Let's see, I'm really just winging this, so just to show you how this is. Holistic home remedies, natural recipes, raw fed pets. Okay, and as I'm typing, it's going to say, was your focus keyword found in the article heading? No. Well, that's because we don't have any content yet. Is it in the page title? Yes. Is it in the page URL? No. Which you don't have to worry about that too much when it's the home page, because the home page is usually .com. Content, no. Meta description, no. Then we're going to be typing in, and as you'll see here, the title is usually limited to 70 characters. So what does that mean? Let me go out here. I'm going to show you what the page title looks like to Google. Okay, page title is what shows up at the top above the URL. Page description is the little blurb, as I call it, below the URL that people see and start to read. It's a great place to put a phone number or a website or a call to action if it makes sense. But this is the page title from the SEO title behind the scenes. So the SEO title that you add into your website, and again, we preach WordPress and we use WordPress, as do most SEO companies and web designers, is what's going to be returned on Google. Same with the description, the little blurb below. So this is for, understand that the search engines are coming to read all this. Understand that the humans see this as well. You have to do it for quite a bit to just get used to how it should be typed. But that's what we're here for, to help you out, and to, if you need us to do it for you, we can. So meta description, holistic, home remedies. I make this more like a sentence, as if someone was really reading it, because they will be. And natural recipes for you and your pets. You know, you want to include words like organic, but again, it's based on your keyword research. If we had the keyword research spreadsheet ready for this site, and I just didn't pull it up because there's too much going on, but I would go to the wireframe spreadsheet for this site build, and it would already be there, and I would just copy and paste. That's kind of behind the scenes in our private area, so I didn't want to show that to you or pull that up. Holistic home remedies, natural recipes for you and your pets. And so anyway, let's pretend I had finished that. You'll see that it's telling you it's limited to 156 characters. There's 93 characters left. So this teaches you how long it should be, how short it should be. And as you do all these things, it's going to be training you and telling you what's right, what's wrong. And you'll be able to keep drilling down and keep finessing your content so that when people are searching for whatever you're selling, whatever you're providing, whatever you want people to find you for, they can find you. So again, the reds you have to fix, the yellows you have to fix, and when you get all greens in the SEO plugin, then you'll see a green light, a go-ahead on your SEO check area, and you can move on to the next page. And again, it should all come from the spreadsheet. So that said, I'm going to check the chat area, and anyone that wants to ask a question, please, if you're on howtogovirtual.com watching this, right down in the chat area, people can type things. I'm going to be there in a second on my laptop. I'm going to type some answers, and I'm going to give you some answers, and then we're going to wrap it up. And tomorrow I'm going to be showing you the wireframe and how to build it, and one that's just being started and one that's built, and how to start filling it in on your website. So let's see. Okay, Jessica, Island Life Grill. Great, she's a new client getting some consulting. They have a fabulous place in Fleming Island, Florida, if any of you are in the local area. It's been opened this year, January of this year, and it's amazing. So, yes, I can, no, we can't hear you. I can't hear you. If I turned on hundreds of people, it would either blow up the computer or I don't know what it would do. But I can see what you're typing, so type down below in the chat area. And let me also, give me 1 second, I'm going to pull up something else. see if I can't do it right here. Okay. Just wanted to check something. All right, so if anyone has any questions, go ahead and leave them below. Another example, type in your websites. Put in your websites if you want to be reviewed live right now, if you don't mind. I know I have a lot of people that ask for a website review, but I haven't cleared the confidentiality with them. So yeah, drop off a website and I'll review it live on screen. Jessica, let me know if I can do Island Life Grill. Hey, I mean, it's not embarrassing. It shouldn't be embarrassing. You know, I've got 20 domains. I can't always keep up with all of them. The internet changes at the speed of light. You know, we'll be lucky if the internet's still around. I think it's going to self-implode in next year. But it's hard to do it all. When I say that the internet marketing formula is 10,000 steps, I'm not exaggerating. Keyword research is, you know, a 10-hour process at minimum. The competitive analysis and documenting all this, just documenting in the spreadsheets and getting that big picture overview of, okay, this is my market on the internet. This is what people are searching for. This is the call to action that gets people to convert. This is what people are not searching for. This is what is too difficult to rank for. I'm not even going to waste my time trying to beat out Coca-Cola for the keyword soft drink. There's, you know, just that overview. It's a good month of research and ongoing research, but month one with any client is a major research process. And going through the rest of the steps, and we have many modules, you know, just setting up your website now in your spreadsheet is, you know, wireframes are huge. I think one time I was contracted by one of the Hewlett-Packard web designers to work on one printer's wireframe, one of their tens of thousands of pages, and the spreadsheets and the time. It took 3 months just to do that one printer's spreadsheet. It was crazy. But it's important. It's very important, and it's the difference between having to pay more in pay-per-click to drive a website vehicle that's not doing you justice. You want something efficient and fast and capable, and your website can be all of those things if you do it right. So let's see. You're welcome to do censored. Okay, so it took out the website. Why don't you type it in another way, UStreamer718. Type it without the www, and type it with spaces if it's words. So if it's howtogovirtual.com, type out how space to space, and I'll figure it out. It's censoring the websites. So I guess I have promoting turned off in my chat. NJFitMama, okay. NJFitMama.com. Let's do an example. Let's see. Okay, great. And I know this site. This site is in the New Jersey, New York area and offers moms-to-be and moms all kinds of fitness options and private consultations and nutrition and yoga. It's a great site. Again, I've never been married or had kids, so I can't speak for everything on it, but great people over there at njfitmama.com. So let's check out, I'm going to close a couple of these other tabs just in case it might confuse you. Okay, so one of the first things I do, and another thing I can show you is the keyword or the website review tool. Tomorrow I'll have those up on the sidebar in the class tools. You can run your website through different review websites, and it'll give you a printout of what's wrong with your website. Now, you can't just use that one review process. You have to use human eyes from an expert to look it over and look at everything. But one of the first things I do, besides running it through one of our systems to get a computerized list, is put my mouse over the tab. Okay, so you'll see that when I put my mouse over the tab, it says Pregnancy, Yoga, Mommy and Me, Prenatal, Fitness, NJ. So pregnancy, yoga, prenatal, fitness, NJ, all keywords, but my mind doesn't know because I'm not a mommy. If Mommy and Me is something that's searched for, it probably is. It's probably a very well-known event. So, you know, NJ Fit Mama is probably trying to rank for that. So let's just say that yes, she's done her keyword research. It's been approved, and that is in fact a combination of some of her top keywords. That keyword, that key phrase, pregnancy yoga being the first one, has to be in that order in her content down below. So if we look down into the content, there's not a lot of text content on a lot of our websites, a lot of home pages, because usually you're trying to grab someone's attention and take them somewhere else, you know, using the sliders or using the, I just realized I didn't show you the screen. I gotta switch over. So let's do that real quick. Okay, so NJ Fit Mama. When I put my mouse over the tab, you'll see the keywords. So, like I said, a lot of home pages are designed to grab the viewer's attention, but remember, it's not just humans that are coming to your site, it's the robots as well. So the robots are going to come across this site and say, oh, this site is claiming to be, based on their page titles and the million other things we're going to snoop around and look at and digest, seems to be about pregnancy yoga. So is pregnancy yoga anywhere else on this page? Is the logo named Pregnancy Yoga? Is there Pregnancy Yoga in the text down here? Is Pregnancy Yoga down in the copyright information? So you want your pages to be what I call matchy-matchy. Your page title should match your URL, should match your image names, should match your content keywords and your related keywords. So each page, it's going to have its own matchy-matchy SEO style. When you get over to a different page, it's still going to be related to pregnancy and yoga and mommy and prenatal and fitness, but you might be advertising products. So that it might be pregnancy products might be your keyword, and therefore that page is going to be all matchy-matchy with your image name, pregnancy products, and your URL would be .com/pregnancy products. And you know, I hope this is starting to give you a picture of why this keyword research is so important, because if you just guessed and you're getting a few hundred results per month or traffic, a few hundred unique visits per month in your traffic, but your competition is getting 10,000, guess what they did? They did their keyword research. So you need to understand this. And let's see, I'm just going to check see if anyone has put another example. Go ahead, and down below the window here, there's a chat box, and right below the word audience, you should be able to type in a question and hit send. I know we had about 400 to 500 people sign up, so hopefully there wasn't any technology issues and you're all here. Pregnancy yoga mommy. Let's see what else. Okay, so let me look at the logo. I'm going to hit open link in open image in new tab. NJ, no, Fit Mama dash new. So that's going to want to be renamed to pregnancy dash yoga dash JPEG. So I know that this site was built before keyword research, so you can absolutely go back and do your keyword research after. It's just that you're going to end up spending more time and more money. So if you have a website that you have to actually go back and redo, and we've had to do that for clients very quickly so we can move forward, but the website pages are going to have to be redone, the content has to be redone, the images have to be redone, any blog posts have to be redone. It's a major undertaking to take something down and put it back up. It's like moving a window 6 inches. You still have to rip the window out and rebuild the frame and put the window back up. It's unnecessary if the blueprint had been done right from in the first place. So I can't stress it enough. And again, it's actually when we get 20 to 30 calls a day from leads of people that are looking for our internet marketing agency to help them. And I can honestly tell you that this is the one thing that weeds out 80% of those leads. If they are not open to understanding this formula, if they are not open to going back and doing the keyword research or to spending the money up front to do it, we don't want to work with them, because we don't want to put our name on a website that's not going to perform at optimal performance. Of course, we can push a website out on the web with backlinking and pay-per-click and all the other pieces of the internet marketing formula, but we don't want to push hard. We want to work smarter, not harder, and that's true in your website as well. Can't stress it enough. Keyword research, keyword research, keyword research. Not only do you need it for your business or any ideas you have on the web, but if you want to go into the keyword research industry, it's big, it's huge right now. Get yourself savvy, take some of our 12-week classes, which we start in January, which are intense, and you're going to know how to either make a lot of money for yourself on the internet or for your clients or your boss. So I think we're going to wrap it up. That's about 50 minutes of training, and we're going to do another one tomorrow. We're going to follow up with the wireframe, and it's not always the fun part, working in a spreadsheet of internet marketing, but again, it's the most important process, is what you do before you ever buy your domain or build your website. So we're going to go over that tomorrow so you understand it. And just as a tip, my whole company, and I mean my whole company, with my vendors who work with us all over the world and in the US, and in my local home office, we use Google Drive to store everything. So it's very easy to create your spreadsheet on Google Drive, used to be known as Google Docs, and share it with myself if you need a consultation, or with your web design firm, which might be 2,000 miles away. So we have all of our wireframes for all of our clients sitting in Google Drive, and we build them with my SEO department, with my web design department. We all collaborate on the same document, and then from there build the website. So I suggest that you use Google Drive as well. It's free and it's useful and it goes where you go. I don't have to be tied to a computer anymore to work. I can just go into my web browser and I can do all my work. So that's just a side tip, and that's about it. We are going to, let's see, are all the days you have set up in chronological order of how you should do website? Yes. Great question. You should do it in order. A few of the days go, you know, you're always tweaking some things for different clients and different industries, and you might do a pay-per-click ahead of where I have it in the class schedule. And I'll explain all that, but yes, for the most part, that is a chronological order of the default order of what we set our clients up with. And then, of course, we go back and do areas. Website design is ongoing. You know, on-site SEO, off-site SEO gets done back and forth over and over. So, but yes, great question. And yeah, that's the order, and that's why we're going in this order. Just want to let you know that we'll be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. And I know a bunch of you wanted a 7 p.m. or 7:30 p.m. at night. What I'm going to try and do is have this available by 7 o'clock tonight, or every night I should say, so people that are at work and want to come home and watch it can just click and watch the recorded version. So I'll keep you updated on that. And this Friday, I will not have a class because I'm traveling home to Connecticut for the holidays for the next 3 weeks, but I will be picking them back up on Monday. So this Friday is the only interruption that we have for the next 12 business days. Just wanted to let you know. So take care, everyone, and I will stay on the chat to answer questions probably for the next 30 to 60 minutes. I know a lot of you came in late, so feel free to stay on the chat. Feel free to drop off answers. Get signed up in the sidebar to be reminded so you don't forget. And let me just click over to some more information. And let's hold on 1 second. All right, so stay tuned on the chat if you have any more questions. I'd be happy to answer them. We're always here for you. I've got students that are here going through their training at howtogovirtual.com. They are in our internship program learning all the behind-the-scenes cutting-edge secrets, and you know, you can lean on us. We have many options. We have, you know, free information, free guidance. Obviously, we're a business. We have paid training and paid consultations, but we've got you covered. Whether you need training, whether you need our team, whether you need a job, we've got it. And there's the 3 sites there that you can check out. Now, I just want to say our students are usually the ones doing our sites. So I'm the first to say that although our websites like Internet Labor and How to Go Virtual aren't perfect or cutting edge, it's because I'm letting my students do them in real time. They feel, you know, they get a little nervous, like, oh my God, I'm working on their sites, but it really gives them some